Welcome to the Alpine Church of Spiritual Living. This morning I'm going to be reading our thought for the week, and those in the room can join me as I get down to the bottom area there in the bold. Our feelings or emotions drive us perhaps more than we wish to acknowledge. As we continue this month through our theme of Go Within, this Sunday's message is entitled Feel the Presence. The presence, of course, is another name for God, the divine, and so on. How can we feel the presence? I'll tell you one thing, it's not with your head, mind, or thoughts. Feeling the presence comes from our hearts, not our heads. How many times have you been spellbound by the expansive, glorious splendor of a sunset or a sunrise? How many times does a feeling run through your mind of sheer gratitude for this beautiful painting God orchestrated? I believe in those moments we touch the essence of the divine and are welded up inside with a heart overflowing with love. When we intentionally sit down to let go of worldly things and events to go within into the solitude of our being, we call this meditation. Sitting before that magnificent sunset with no agenda is a form of meditation. Walking through a forest or on the beach, watching a butterfly or a bird flit and fly can all be forms of meditation when our whole being is immersed in the connection we feel with nature. Sit in the quiet, in the stillness of at various points during the day to simply still the mind and invite the divine to come forth up and through your heart. There is nothing more rewarding and refreshing than time spent being soothed and embraced by the divine. Say with me, I make it a priority to still my mind and go within to my heart where the divine meets me with open arms. Here I can truly feel the presence lifting me up and showering me with her divine grace. How fortunate I am. How many of you can relate to that experience I described in the thought for the week of being spellbound by the beautiful sunrise or the beautiful sunset and just thanking God for that painting that was orchestrated? Yes, I see some hands. I actually got a email back from one of our congregants, a longtime congregant, Susie Curtis, who moved to Colorado. And she came back and said, this is a great thought for the week, and I can certainly relate to the God paintings in the sky. And she sent me a photo of one of the great pictures of the clouds that they have in Colorado frequently. I think that these experiences that we have with nature unite us and bond us and bring us back to what life is all about, life with a capital L. Jesus gave us an example of how nature is our teacher, our way shower in Matthew chapter 6, verse 26 through 34. Observe the birds of the sky, for they do not sow, neither do they harvest, nor gather into barns, and yet your Father in heaven feeds them. Are you not more important than they? Who is among you who by worrying can add 1 cubit to his stature? Why do you worry about clothing? Observe the wildflowers, how they grow. They do not get tired out, nor do they spin. But I say to you that not even Solomon with all his glory was arrayed like one of them. Now if God clothes in such fashion the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow falls into the fireplace, is he not much more mindful of you? O you of little faith. Therefore do not worry or say, what will we eat or what will we drink, or what will we be clothed? For worldly people seek after all these things. Your Father in heaven knows that all of these things are also necessary for you. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will look after itself. Sufficient for each day is its own trouble. It's telling us that there is a power, a presence, a being that has everything in order, has everything in its control, knows what it is doing. And so when we can let go of all of those worldly things, all of those things that we are concerned about in the world, go within and know and have the faith and the reliance and the confidence that this being within me is going to lead me for its highest pleasure, for its highest good. Not my will, but thy will be done. We are living the life of God, and it is whole, complete, and perfect. How many of you are working through our Deep and Simple book that we just started? Yes, yes, yes. I'm just getting to the point where, by the way, there's more books here today, so if you want a book, you can still get one. I'm working my way through it, and I got to the point where he's talking about how our society is so engulfed and so frenzied about our careers and about getting ahead and about, obtaining things and all of this, and his concern that our young people are just so into all this exterior, outer element of things and not having that centering that really gives them that anchor in life and that foundation in life. God knows what it is doing. And when we can recognize that within our own selves, we can let go of the worry. It does take conscious effort, and that's what we're talking about today. That's why we're here. That's why we circle up time and time again to remember that we have this ability to be focused on what is out there, or we have this ability to be focused on what is in. We have the wherewithal, the opportunity to go within and ask, what is God's agenda for me today? And not just ask, but expect to receive it. And if it's something that you don't like, something happens in the day that wasn't of your liking, look for the blessing in it, because there is a blessing somewhere. We were totally blessed. I was amazed. In fact, I almost thought that I was dreaming. The Padres won yesterday. 2-1. It was amazing. So you never know what life will give you. As I brought up the topic today, feeling the presence, I was so reminded of Joel Goldsmith's writings. And so I was thumbing back through his Practicing the Presence book. And I wanted to share with you one of the passages from that. It said, there is a spirit in man. There is actually a spirit, the Spirit of God in man. But how many people have felt that presence? It is talked about, sermonized about, but it is not experienced. It is the conscious awareness, the actual feeling or realization of the presence which is necessary. How do we know the Spirit of God dwells within us? If we are letting go of hate, envy, jealousy, malice, self-seeking, self-gratification, prejudice, and bigotry, we are making room for the Spirit of God. For God cannot dwell in the midst of such qualities. Electricity is everywhere, just as the Spirit of God is everywhere. Electricity, however, will be of no value to us unless it is connected in some way for our particular use. So it is with the Spirit. It is only effective in our experience to the extent to which it is realized. So that means that we need to go within intentionally and be supple, be teachable, allow this infinite being that we are to have room in our lives to move forth. And yes, maybe there's going to be something in our life that we don't particularly like. However, that means, in my estimation, that it's a learning opportunity. It's a teaching opportunity so that we can go above and beyond it. There's lots of things in life that we've experienced all through from the little tiny kid on up. I can remember the only thing that I failed in school was tying my shoe when I was 5 years old. But you know what? I ended up knowing how to do it, even wrote a book about it. So look at those experiences in life that are a challenge to you, that perhaps you don't like initially, and let yourself be guided, be pliable, be led to what is the value in it for me. I read Patrick's message this morning that Hugh puts out, and I just loved it. I want to share it with you. A way of being. Love is an openness to life, appreciation of gratitude of life, and gratitude for life. All capital L for life, by the way. Love is relaxing in the present moment. Love is giving without strings attached. Love is caring for others without second agendas. And love is to be in awe of God's creation. Love is to be in awe of God's creation. That's what we are, to be in awe of this beautiful being that we are. We are pure, we are simple, we are whole in our essence and in our energy. And it's not just the people in this room. It's not just the people that look like us. It's the people that are everywhere and in everything. People don't really realize this truth, though, until they go within and find it within. And then the fruits of knowing this truth can be experienced in our daily lives. We are always at choice, aren't we, though? We always have the choice of what we want to think, what we want to do. And so for me, we go within and we ask, what is the agenda for today? How can I feel what the energy of the essence of the divine wants to do through me this day? I mentioned last Sunday that sometimes when I'm distressed over something, I say, be with me and with my spirit. And immediately, that's what the talk was last week, I am with you always, comes back immediately. Well, sometimes when I have this inner distress of some sort, I don't ask a question, but I hear, let me be with you, come day or come night. Let me be with you, come wrong or come right. Let me be with you in your coming and your going. Let me be with you when it's raining, when it's snowing. Let me be with you all of the time, for you are mine. And I can go on and on. I played with that little poem for many years, but it's God's perspective saying, let me be with you. Let there not be no separation. Let there be no angst. Let me be with you. Allow me to be with you. I was trying to find the poem because I did write it out on my computer, and I was trying to find it on my computer, and Peter will talk later. Peter's my computer guy. I can never find things on the computer. I couldn't find that one, but I did find this one. I thought, oh, I'd forgotten I'd written this one, so I'm going to share this one with you. Just let it be. There's no need to worry, no need to fret. Don't choose to lose. Stick up your chin and decide to win. There's no need to wait. You've got what it takes to make yourself great. Take the time to know the real you. Then trust and believe and let that you shine through. It's easy, that's the trick. Don't think there's something out there you gotta lick. There's no need to fight, no need to fret. Just let go of regrets, let go of stress. Be happy and gay and your cares fade away. Instead, you'll find peace. Instead, you'll find joy. Instead, you'll find you're at one with all. You're at one with love. You're at one with life. You're perfect in every way. What more can I say? Then just be the real you, and you will soon see you'll be ever improving and evolving to be the eternal one you're meant to be. Thank you. Life is eternal. Life evolves, life changes. We are sitting in this seat of awareness where that we can, when we accept it, we can let go of the worry, we can let go of the things that just give us consternation, they just fade away. And we do that by going within, not just once a day, but on an hourly basis, to touch base, to know, yes, that this divine being is with me. I was thinking about one of Bethany's songs, and it is called In the Silence. And I would like, Peter, if you could bring that one up, I'd like us to hear Bethany sing In the Silence now. Let your hearts be renewed, refreshed, restored in that peace, to meet up with the divine, to feel the presence. Let it live through you this day, this moment, this hour, and be that peace and love and joy and absolutely divinity flowing through you in the world. I know you can do it. Happy trails. Namaste.